Hi friends, welcome back. Today we're talking about completing the square with rational solutions. Just a friendly reminder, rational solutions are things that can be written as a ratio, so things that can be written as a fraction. Basically, in this context, it's going to mean like whole numbers or integers. And we're doing this by solving by completing the square. And I probably should have put on here that these are quadratics that we're solving. So we've talked a lot about completing the square, but let's use that completing the square to solve our equations. Here's our first one. Now, so far when we've been talking about solving quadratics, I always say set it equal to 0. That's usually a best bet. But in this case, you want to set all your variables on one side, all your non-variables on the other. So what I'm going to do is add 29 to both sides here. And so now we've got x squared, and just making sure I didn't mess that up. Okay, so x squared minus 10x equals 24. Now notice I left a space here. I left a space here because what we're going to be doing is adding some bubbles squared. So add some bubbles squared. And in previous videos, we learned about completing the square. What we're doing is we're taking an opportunity to turn this into a perfect square trinomial. The way we do that is we take half of this guy, so that's -5, and we square it, so that's 25. I don't need to write the 25 part down, I can just leave it just like that. But over here, I'm definitely gonna need that 25. So here, this is now a perfect square trinomial. It is x minus 5 squared equals, now over here, quantity -5 squared is positive 25. So 24 plus 25 gives me 49. All right, now I'm ready to solve this because all I have to do is I'm trying to get that x by itself. So I'm gonna do the opposite of squaring, which is to square root both sides. When I do that, I get x minus 5 equals, and the square root of 49 is plus minus 7. Always when you take something out of the radical, plus minus, okay? Just plus minus. Okay, plus minus 7. So we want to get this x by itself, so we're going to add 5 to both sides. Now this seems weird, but I'm going to make you do it again. I said this in a previous video, x equals. I want you to put that chunk with the plus minus in the middle, so we're going to say 5 plus minus 7. That gives us two equations there. X equals 5 plus 7, so x equals 12. And then 5 minus 7 would give us -2. So our answers are 12 and -2, and that's a nice rational solution because we have an integer and a all counting number or natural number there. Good. Okay, so let's try this guy right here. Again, we want to get our x's on one side, non-x's on the other. So I'm going to add 20x to both sides, so plus 20x. So now what I have is x squared plus 20x equals -36. Again, you'll see that I left a big space there, and that's because I'm going to add some bubbles squared. I want to turn this into a perfect square trinomial. If I add bubbles squared there, I got to do it on the other side. So I take a look and I take half of whatever that guy is. Half of that guy is 10. So I'm going to put 10 in there. This now is a perfect square trinomial. It's x squared plus 20x plus 100. And that is x plus 10 squared. I like to leave it in this squared version because then you just know one of these makes this. Now 10 squared is 100, so we have -36 and positive 100, which gives us 64. All right, let's square root both sides because we're trying to get that x by itself, and the opposite of squaring is to square root. Square root, this cancels out this. We get x plus 10 equals, say it with me now, plus minus. Whew. Plus minus 8. Minus 10 from both sides. X equals -10 plus minus 8. So we have -10 plus 8. So that's going to be x equals -2. And then we have -10 minus 8. So that's -18. So we've got our two answers there. Hopefully that makes sense. We will see you next time.